Hello everybody, Outer Galaxy Lounge here. Relax with me if you will. Pull up a chair, sit in front of me, block the camera, whatever you want to do. A nice little follow-up here to that Brazilian record Half Price Books haul video I did a few months ago. Some of the records I had my eye on were a little too high. They were in the $10 range. Well, today, or at least sometime in the last few days, the store marked these down to like $2.99 to $4.99 price points. So I can deal with that, and I ended up getting pretty much all the ones I wanted to get at that price. So here we've got Clara Nunes, the greatest of all the sambistas, that is to say female samba singers. Clara Nunes, or Clara Nunez. Areusa dos Orixás is the name of it, as best I can attempt. Hope I got that right. I'm a neophyte at Portuguese. You know, that has a religious tone to it. Adeusa, I'm assuming, is God, and the Orixás is a kind of God. I'd have to look it up. I'd have to do a Wikipedia on that. But, Nunes, had the greatest voice and the greatest spirit in samba music. She's a sambista, She died very young, very sad, very tragic for Brazil and Brazilian music and world music in general. Hope you can see that. I'm trying to get the glare off. There's the back. She was a beloved figure, and she's great. And if you have any Brazilian music, it looks like somebody wrote something on the back here. I'm not sure what, but this is a compilation. This was released a little bit after her death in, I think, the early 80s. I think this is from the mid 80s. This is a compilation. I believe it's just beloved songs of hers. It looks like it's in really good shape. I pulled it out, and I didn't see any bad surface issues with it. So I've got that, Clara Nunes, or Clara Nunez. Somebody will ding me on the pronunciation, but hey man, I'm doing better than 99% of people who don't know what they're doing. So anyway, here we have Luis Gonzaga, Danado de Bom. Danado de Bom is one of his more famous songs, maybe his most famous, I'm not sure. He is one of the great forefathers of the music called forró, pronounced more like an H to two R's in Brazilian Portuguese, or maybe Portuguese in general. Forró, it's something you have to practice at. And I guess if I was in Brazil speaking with people of the country, I would probably get it down after a while. But anyway, this is good spirited, kind of modern folk pop, I guess you could say. It's based very heavily in traditional music. It's kind of like, I would call it like Cajun and Zydeco is in the United States, where it's music, it's celebratory music, but it's also the music of the bars and the dance halls for the common people, the fishermen and whatnot. But parenthetical insertion, I'm outside now. There's a light rain attempting to fall. As for Luis Gonzaga, Danado de Bom, when I was making the Zydeco analogy, the Zydeco music, which we're familiar with in this country as a traditional kind of music that still works in the modern day. It's not like field recordings, and neither is forró music. It is kind of folky, popular music though. It's accordion driven, very much like Zydeco is. You got that pounding Zydeco just going forward. Now there are mid-tempo songs. It's not all just wild music, but it's characterized quite a bit like that, with that joie de vivre, the spirit of fun. And there are sad songs in there too, of course, because like all music, Brazilian music runs the gamut of emotions, the highs and lows of human life. So it's all going to be in there. If you don't know Portuguese, it's not going to matter, and I don't know it that well. I just enjoy the music for what it is, as great music, and it's something that's a huge universe that a lot of people in America and other countries haven't explored. I always recommend the rabbit hole of Brazilian music. It can be nothing but rewarding, and I'm going to eat my toast now. Toast, coffee, water, crossword puzzle, LA Times Sunday crossword puzzle, somewhat difficult. again, that simplifies it because this has national appeal, international appeal. It's spirited, it's fun, it's rollicking, it's got momentum. He's got a great big booming voice. Just there he is, all in his regalia, his classic regalia, his headpiece, and his costume. Luis Gonzaga, his son was Luis Gonzaga Jr. or Gonzaguinha. He was a great pop star in his own right, although he went more toward the música popular brasileira, more toward the popular music of Brazil, not so much forró, although Gonzaguinha did sometimes do forró-tinged tunes. I like both of them very much. Unfortunately, Gonzaguinha, the son, died very young in a car wreck. This guy, though, the dad was around a good long time, made records going way back, and so this is nice to have. This is my first actual record by Luis Gonzaga Sr. And that, by the way, I want to show you this Clara Nunez record was $4.99. Marked down. It was $10.99 before, so they marked it down by half, which is awesome. This is only $2.99. They marked this way down as well. I don't remember what they had on this. I think they had about 9 or 10 on this as well. They really came down on that. All right, here's another cheap one, $3.99. Maria Creusa Poetico. This is on, I believe, RCA. This is an RCA. On the back, they have a picture of Vinicius de Moraes, who, I don't know if he wrote the songs on here, or if, I don't know if these are duets or what. I honestly don't know anything about this, but as you may know, the last Brazilian album haul that I highlighted, I had bought a couple of Maria Creusa albums. So somebody, whoever got rid of this collection, had a pretty good, or a little bit of a collection of Maria Creusa albums. So she has a nice warm voice. It's música popular brasileira. It's popular music, ballads, very nice, highly enjoyable. Not going to find anything wrong with this. The record seemed to be in good shape. So there she is. And again, I got all of these when my discount was applied. I spent $11 and I had $10 in my pocket, so I just charged the balance on my debit card and I was all good. So that was the haul today. Very nice. Now I just have to get my turntable working. I mean, the turntable works. It's an analog turntable. It's very nice. Has a good cartridge and needle on it. But I have an I have a digital receiver, so I need an intermediary cable that can translate the analog into digital. So that's it. That's my half price haul today. Here's my receipt as proof. And have a good day.